Hello all, welcome to this MCQ on this chapter binomial theorem. Let's go to the first one. Let A be the sum of odd terms and B be the sum of even terms in the expansion of 1 plus x the whole raised to n. So what is given? That A is all the odd terms, nc0 plus nc2 into x squared plus nc4 x raised to 4 and so on, and B is the even terms, that is nc1x plus nc3 x cubed plus nc5 x raised to 5 and so on. Okay, you are asked to find the value of 1 minus x squared the whole raised to n. What is that? Isn't it 1 plus x the whole raised to n into 1 minus x the whole raised to n? What is 1 plus x? It is nc0 plus nc1x plus nc2x squared plus nc4x cubed. Basically 1 plus x is just a plus b. What is 1 minus x? Similarly 1 minus x, I am just telling you, is the whole raised to n is 1, that is nc0 minus nc1x plus nc2x squared minus nc3x cubed and so on. So, isn't that a minus b? So, what do you have? This is just a squared minus b squared. Option A is your answer. Next one, the number of rational terms in this expansion. Let me write down the general term. The r plus 1th term is, it is 100, there is a slight mistake here, the question is root plus 4th root of 3 the whole raised to 100. Okay. So, what is the r plus 1th term? It is 100 CR A, that is 2 raised to half the whole raised to 100 minus r and 3 raised to 1 by 4 the whole raised to r. So, for this to be a rational term, this 100 minus r by 2 should be a whole number, and r by 4 also should be a whole number. If what are the values of r? If r by 4 is a whole number, r can be 0, 4, etc. It goes up to 100, right? So, up to it can be up to 100 by 4. Now, each of these values of r will give a whole number for this also. 100 minus r by 2, the 100 minus 0 by 2, 100 minus 4 by 2, 100 minus 100 by 2 are all whole numbers. So, how many such things are there? R can take possibly these 26 values. These 26 values of R will give a rational term. So, 26, option B is your answer. Now, the sum of the binomial coefficients of 2x plus 1 by x the whole raised to n is 256. So, what is given? nc0 plus nc1 plus etc. ncn is 256. What is that? 2 raised to n is 256, which is 2 raised to 8, making n as 8. The constant term in the expansion. So, what is the general term in this expansion now? 2. So, the question is 2x plus 1 by x the whole raised to 8. What is the general term? It is 8CR 2x raised to 8 minus r 1 by x the whole raised to r. That is, so what is the term in x? It is x raised to 8 minus r divided by x raised to r. Isn't that 8 minus 2r? For it to be independent of x, it should be x raised to 0. So, this should be 0, making r as 4. So, what is the term independent of x? It is 8c4 into 2 raised to 4. That is your answer. 8c4 into 2 raised to 4. 1120. You can just evaluate. 1120 is your answer, option A. Now, sum of the coefficients in this expansion is A. Sum of the coefficients in this the second expansion 1 plus x the whole raised to 2n is B. How do you get the sum of the coefficients in any expansion when x is coming only in the numerator? What you do is the sum of the coefficients you get by substituting x is equal to 1. You get the constant term by substituting x is equal to 0. Here the question is the sum of the coefficients that you would get in each of these by substituting x is equal to 1. So, what is A? It is 1 minus 2 plus 5 the whole raised to n, that is 4 raised to n. Similarly, what is B? 1 plus 1 the whole raised to 2n, that is 2 raised to 2n, which is 4 raised to n, making A equal to B. Option A is correct. Now, the set of values for which this holds. Now, look at this. This is 18CR minus 2 plus 2 times this, I can write as 2 different terms, plus 18CR minus 1 plus 18CR is greater than or equal to 20C13. Okay. Now, see this, you must have studied in this combination. What is 18CR minus 1 plus 18CR, R minus 2 plus 18CR minus 1? This is the result that you should remember. NCR plus NCR minus 1 is N minus 1 CR. How do we remember this? These two are the same. These two differ by 1, then the addition is possible. What is the resultant? 1 greater than this common term and the greater of these two. So, in this addition, it will be 1 greater than this common term, that is 19, and the greater of these two, which is R minus 1. Same way, what do you have? The sum of these and the greater of these two. So, this is 19CR, which is the same as, again, once again, it is 20CR. Will be greater than or equal to 20C13 for what values of R? Now, this is just logic. Okay, let's see, for example, 5C0. Okay. What is that? It is 1. Isn't it less than 5C1? Because this is 5. Isn't this less than 5C2? What is 5C2? 5 into 4 divided by 2, which is 10. Okay. This is equal to 5C3. Now, 5C3 is greater because this is 1. This is 5, this is 10, this is also 10, this is greater than 5C4, which would be 5, and this would be greater than 5C5. The same way, what are the values which would be greater than 20C13? So, 20C0, see the middlemost value, that is 20C10, that is where it assumes the maximum, 20C10, 20C11, 20C9, then 20C12. So, here it would be 20C8. Now, the question is greater than or equal to, okay. So, similarly 20C13, and here it will be 20C7. These are the values which will satisfy this inequality. The same logic that applies here. The middlemost NCR will assume the maximum in the middlemost that range, and then on either side, in one it comes in the ascending order and then down in the descending order. That is the logic which applies. The maximum value of in 20CR will be at 20C10. Then on one side it is ascending, on the other side it is descending. So, these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 values of R will satisfy this inequality. 7 is your answer. Now, C0, this is what? It is 10C0 by 1 plus 10C1 by 2 plus etc. plus 10C10 by 11. What is the general value here? It is 10CR divided by R plus 1. Isn't that the general term here? Okay. Now, what is 10 CR? It is 10 factorial divided by r factorial into 10 minus r factorial into r plus 1. Doesn't that make this 10 factorial divided by r plus 1 factorial into 10 minus r factorial? Okay, in NCR, what do you observe? N factorial by r factorial into n minus r factorial, right? The sum of these two, isn't that the n in the numerator? Same way, if the sum of these two, what is the sum of these two here? Which is 11 factorial. If I can introduce in the numerator, that will be in an NCR form. So, how do I introduce a 11 factorial? You divide by 11 outside and multiply by 11 inside. Minus r factorial. So, this is 1 by 11 into 11c r plus 1, isn't that the term in the bracket? So, what is the general term and sigma of that? It will be, this would be sigma of, that is 1 by 11 into sigma of 11c r plus 1. Where does, what value of r will be the first one? R will be 0. It will be 0 to 10. 0 to 10. So, this is 1 by 11 into, this is 11C1 plus 11C2 plus etc. At 10, it is 11C11. So, this is 1 by 11 into, isn't this 2 raised to 11? There is a missing term 11C0. So, 2 raised to 11 minus 1 by 11, that is option B is your answer. Now, the total number of terms in this expansion of this. Now, it's of the form a plus b and a minus b the whole raised to n. Okay. In a plus b whole raised to n, that is 1/2 of these will cancel. Okay. But here the problem is this has 101 terms. So, 101 terms, 1/2 will get added and the other half will get cancelled. So, which half? So, are the 51 terms going to cancel or are the 50 terms going to get cancelled? Look at this. The first terms itself are terms that are going to get added. So, from the first term, so the first, third and so on, all those terms are going to get added. So, 51 terms will get added and 50 will get cancelled. So, how many terms will be there in the final answer after cancellation? 51. Option C is your answer. Now, the integers are the coefficients of 3rth and r plus 2th term are equal. So, what is the general term? So, the 3rth term I can write as 3r because r plus 1th term is what you have, no? So, can't I write as 3r minus 1 plus 1th term? R plus 1th term is NCR. So, here it is 2D, yes. So, 2NCR, what is R? 3r minus 1, that is the coefficient. So, isn't this the coefficient of the rth term? Similarly, what is the coefficient of r plus 2th term? It is r plus 1 plus 1. So, the coefficient is going to be 2NCR plus 1. It's given that these two are equal. The two possible cases are 3r minus 1 is equal to r plus 1, that is one way, or when will NCR be equal to NCP? When r plus p is n. Same way you can also have 3r plus 1, 3r minus 1 plus r plus 1 should be 2n. So, in this case r is negative, which is not possible. Here you have for r is 2n. So, n is equal to 2r. Option A is your answer. Now, two successive terms in this expansion whose coefficients are this. So, what are the coefficients? 24C0, 24C1, 24C2, 24C3 and so on. So, can I write two consecutive terms. It is not even are in the ratio. So, can I write the terms of as 24 CR divided by 24 CR plus 1, that is 1 by 4. So, that means 24 factorial by r factorial into 24 minus r factorial into 24 factorial into r plus 1 factorial into 24 minus r minus 1, which is 23 minus r factorial is 1:4. So, this will go r plus 1 times 24 will cancel, 23 minus r being 1 less than 24 minus r factorial. So, that is the term in the denominator that will remain. You will have r plus 1 divided by 24 minus r is equal to 1 by 4. So, you have 4r plus 4 is 24 minus r. So, 5r is 20, r is 4. So, here what is this? R is 24C4 and 24C5 are the consecutive coefficients. 24C4 will be the coefficient of the fifth. See, 24C4 will be the coefficient of the fifth and the, because first is 24C0. So, 24C1 is the second term. 24C4 and 24C5 are the coefficients of the fifth and the sixth terms. Option C is your answer. Now, the coefficients of x raised to n in the expansion of 1 plus x the whole raised to 2n and 1 plus x the whole raised to 2n minus 1. See, you can write the general terms in each of these and compare coefficients. That is one way of doing it. But look at an easier way. The coefficients of x raised to n, the answers are independent of n. So, whatever be the value of n, the coefficients of x raised to n in the corresponding two terms are just going to be the same. Let us make it simple. Let us compare by substituting n is equal to 1. Compare the coefficients of x raised to 1 in 1 plus x the whole squared. N is 1 here, and 1 plus x the whole raised to 2 into 1 minus 1, 1 plus x the whole raised to 1. What is it? Here this is 1 plus 2x plus x squared. This is just 1 plus x. The coefficients of x raised to 1 are in the ratio 2 is to 1. Option D is your answer. Now, the coefficients of the second, third and fourth terms in this expansion are in AP. So, the terms are first is NC0, the next is NC1, NC2 and NC3 are given to be in AP. So, 2 times NC2 is NC1 plus NC3, isn't that what's given? So, let us write them down. So, 2 it is 2 into n factorial by 2 factorial into n minus 2 factorial is n factorial by n minus 1 factorial plus n factorial by 3 factorial into n minus 3 factorial. Okay, so 2 will cancel, n factorials will cancel. You can multiply throughout by what say the biggest of these two, n minus 1 factorial. What would you have? N minus 1 factorial by n minus 2 factorial, isn't that n minus 1? Now, here it is 1, here n minus 1 by n minus 3 factorial. So, this is, sorry, isn't that n minus 1 into n minus 2 divided by 6? So, you can cross multiply. 6n minus 6 is 6 plus n squared minus 3n plus 2, that is n squared minus 9n plus 14 equal to 0, making n is either 2 or 7. Now, n is equal to 2 will make no meaning to this. 1 plus x the whole square has only 3 terms. Here you are talking about the fourth term. So, what is the possible value of n? N should be 7. Option B is your answer. Now, if a and b are the coefficients of x raised to n in the expansions of these, then what's the value of a plus b? A by b. A similar question I have done two things ago. Just substitute x is n equal to 1. So, you are comparing a by b as the coefficients of x in 1 plus x the whole squared and 1 plus x the whole raised to 1. 2 by 1, that is 2 would be your answer. Option B is your answer. Now, the middle term in 1 by x plus x sin x the whole raised to 10. It is the whole raised to 10. What is the? Write down the general term. It is what? 10 CR 1 by x raised to r and x sin x the whole raised to 10 minus r. Now, this expansion has 11 terms, so the middlemost will be the 12th term. The 12th term you will get by, it has 11 terms, the middlemost will be the 6th term. So, 6th term you will get by substituting r plus 1 as 6, as that is r is equal to 5. If I substitute r equal to 5, what do you have here? 10 C5 x raised to 5 into x sin x the whole raised 1 by x raised to 5 into x raised to 5 into sin x the whole raised to 5. That is 7 and 7 by 8, which is 63 by 8. Okay. So, 10 factorial by 5 factorial into 5 factorial, this will cancel. Sin raised to 5x is 63 by 8. That is sin x the whole raised to 5. After simplification and cancellation, you will get as 1 by 2 raised to 5, making sin x as 1 by 2. So, the general solution is x is equal to n pi plus minus 1 raised to n, because one value of sin x is 1 by 2 is 30 degrees, that is pi by 6. So, the general solution will be n pi plus minus 1 raised to n into pi by 6. That is your final answer. Option C is your answer. Now, let a and b be the coefficients of 1 plus x plus 1 plus x plus 2x plus 3x cubed the whole cubed. Okay. And this, how do I, you are asked to find the coefficient of x cubed. Let us view it in the form a plus b the whole cubed. What is it? It is a cubed plus 3 a squared b plus 3 a b squared plus b cubed. Now, the question is the coefficient of x cubed. In the first term, what is the coefficient of x cubed? 1. In the next, how can you get a term in x cubed? This, in 1 plus x the whole squared, the constant term, that is 1, should be multiplied with the term in x cubed, that is 3. So 1 plus 3 into 1 to be multiplied by 3. Then the coefficient of x squared to be multiplied with the term in x. What is the term in x squared? The coefficient is 1. 1 into 2, which is this. Now, here how do I get the term in x cubed? 1 should be multiplied with the term in x cubed. Okay. If you open this, the whole squared, there is a term in x squared. Okay. The next term will be a term in x raised to 4 and higher powers. That higher powers need not be considered. That x squared term can be multiplied with the x term to get a term in x cubed. So, what will be the coefficient? 3 into term in x with the term in x squared, which is 4. So, what is your answer? 1 plus 5 into 3, that is 15, plus 12, that is 20. So, what is this? 22. 1 plus 3 into 2 plus 3 into 20. This is, there is a 1 here. This is 3 into, sorry, this is 2 into 2 into 2 plus, yes, 12. So what is your answer? 22. Let the term independent of x in this expansion has the value p and q be the sum of the coefficients. Now, how do I find, let the term independent of x be the r plus 1th term. What is the general term? 9cr x squared raised to 9 minus r minus 1 by x the whole raised to r. So, what you will have a term in x raised to 0. What is the power of x? It is 18 minus 2r minus r. That should be 0, means 3r is 18, r is 6. So, what is the term independent of x? It is 9c6 into minus 1 raised to 6. So, p is just 9c6. Now, what is q? The sum of the coefficients of the middle terms. So, x squared minus 1 by x the whole raised to 9. There are 10 terms. The middle terms will be the 5th and the 6th terms. What is the 5th term? You can write it as 4 plus 1. It is 9c4 x squared raised to 5 minus x raised to 4. So, the coefficient is 9c4, the 5th term, and into minus 1 raised to 4. What about T6? It will be 9c5 x squared raised to 4 into minus 1 raised to 5. So, isn't this minus 9c5? So, 9c4 and 9c5 are equal. So, sum of the coefficients here is 0. What is given? Q is the sum of the coefficients. So, Q is 0 and P you found is 9c6. So, what is P minus Q? 9c6 minus 0. 9c6 is the answer, which obviously is not directly given, but isn't 9c6 the same as 9c3? Option D is your answer. Now, in this case, what do you have? Again, look at the general term. Okay. So, what is it? It is of the form 2 raised to r divided by r, 2 raised to 2 by 2, 2 raised to 3 by 3 into c, because if it is 3 here, it is 2 here. So, into c r minus 1, and what is the value of n? 10. So, this is of the form. So, this is the general form, and this is sigma r varying from, this is 1 to r varying to 11, from 1 to 11, that is this. Now, let us simplify this general term. So, 2 raised to r by r into 10c r minus 1 is 10 factorial by r minus 1 factorial into 10 minus r 11 minus r factorial. So, 2 raised to r into 10 factorial divided, these two together will become r plus 1 factorial. This is 11 minus r factorial. In a previous question, I had told you this factorial, if it is the sum of these two, it will be of the form NCR. So, what is the sum of these two? Isn't it this is r minus 1. Yes, r minus 1 into r factorial would now become r factorial. R factorial. Yes. What is the sum of these two now? 11 factorial, which is what I need. I will multiply and divide by 11 to get that. So, this is 2 raised to r by 11 into 11 factorial by r factorial into 11 minus r factorial. So, this is 2 raised to r by 11 into 11cr. So, let us substitute that here. You have sigma 1 to 11. So, this is 2 raised to r by, yes, 1 by 11 can be taken out, 2 raised to r into 11cr. This is 1 by 11 into 11c1 into 2 plus 11c2 into 2 squared plus etc. plus 11c11 into 2 raised to 11. So, this is 1 by 11 into what binomial expansion is this? Obviously, it is whole raised to 11. Now, the term which keeps on increasing is 2 squared and so on. So, that will be your b in a plus b, the whole raised to n expansion is 2. What is a? Isn't it 1? But here there is that missing term, the first term which is 1. So, this is minus 1. So, what is your answer? 3 raised to 11 minus 1 by 11, 3 raised to, option D is your answer. Now, the coefficient of x raised to 4 here. So, what is the general term? It is 10cr x by 2 raised to 10 minus r minus 3 by x squared the whole raised to r. So, group the terms with and without x, 10cr into minus 3 raised to r into divided by 2 raised to 10 minus r. Now, what is the term? X raised to 10 minus r minus x raised to 10 minus r minus 2r. So, you have 10 minus 3r. You are asked to find the coefficient of x raised to 4 is 4, making r as 2. So, what is the term? 10c2 minus 3 the whole raised to 2 divided by 2 raised to 8. You simplify, you will have 405 by 256. Option A as your answer. This I am not going to do it, you can try it on your own because these are just normal algebraic multiplication and the evaluation of NCRs here. Now, the remainder when 11 raised to 27 plus 21 raised to 27 is divided by 16. Okay, what is the remainder? Okay, so when you are asked to find the remainder and when you see 16, what strikes you? It is just a multiple of say 4, 4 squared, 4 cubed and so on. Okay, that is what should strike you when you see a 16. So, let us introduce multiples of 4 somehow. So, can't I write this as 21 is 20 plus 1. In that 20 itself you have incorporated a 4. What about 11? It is 8 plus 3. 3 is not very easy to work with. But if I write 11 as 12 minus 1, that should be okay. So, these are the two terms, that 20 and 12, which you are trying to bring into this expression. So, this 21 raised to 27 I can write as 1 plus 20 the whole raised to 27. Now, this 11 can't I write as minus 11 the whole raised to 27 and minus of that. So, minus 11 raised to 27 because the negatives would now become positive. So, 1 plus 20 the whole raised to 27 minus, how do I write this? Isn't it 1 minus 12 the whole raised to 27? Now, you expand. This is 1 plus 27c1 into 20 plus 27c2 into 20 squared, 27c3 into all those terms are multiples of 16 because 20 squared will be 4 squared into 5 squared. So, plus a multiple of 20, that is a first, minus, what about this? 1 minus 27c1 into 12 plus again all the subsequent terms are multiples of 20, So, 1 and minus 1 would cancel. What about these two terms? They can be grouped. 27 can be taken out. What will remain? 20 minus 12, 20 plus 12 plus a multiple of 20. Okay. So, this is 20 32. So, 20 plus 12, that is 32, yes. So, this is 27 into 32 plus a multiple of, not 20, sorry, it is a multiple of 16, multiple of 16. Now, isn't 27 into 32 itself a multiple of 16? So, a multiple of 16 into another multiple of 16 would become a multiple. The entire term is a multiple of 16. So, what remainder is left? 0. Option A is your answer. So, I think I will stop with this. In the remaining session, in the next session, I will do a few more MCQs on the same chapter. Thank you.